Welcome to Freestyle Friday. Are you ready? What's up, guys? Welcome to Freestyle Friday. Today we're going to be talking about games. If some of you know me or don't know me, a big passion of mine is gaming. I've been gaming since I was 3 years old with chess and Uno and board games and all kinds of different games and, video games, and eventually evolved into, card games. And I want to talk about MTG Arena, and I want to talk about Hearthstone. Now, with the MTG Arena, I can't really go too much into detail about what's going on because it's in closed beta, and I actually got invited to do the closed beta. But what I can say is if you're a big MTG fan and you're a big Hearthstone fan, you're going to love this. I've been playing around with it for about a week and a half, and I think it's a really good product. I feel like it may draw a lot of people back that quit, like myself. I quit playing Magic about, I want to say 6 months ago. I sold off all my collection. I just didn't have time to play anymore, to travel. I think this gives that outlet for people to come back and play. So, and I also think that a lot of new players will enjoy the way that it's set up. It's very easy to use. So I think it's a good product. Yeah, it has some bugs. That's why we're still in beta. But, I think it's going to be good. Moving on to Hearthstone, as some of you may or may not know, they're coming out with a new set. Should be coming out middle of April, so pretty soon here. Called the I think it's Witchwood is what they're calling it. I'm like 50-50 on the set right now. Then again, only like 40% of the cards are spoiled. It's not everything out yet, but I want to go over some of those cards today and just kind of look at them and see, review them, to give you guys my take on them. So the first one I want to look at is Dustfallen Aviana. It's the 5-mana 3/7 Druid Legendary, one of them. And its ability is that for the first card for each player's turn that's played costs 0 mana. Now, that's kind of crazy, but at the same time you got to realize that it's pretty balanced, because if you play her, that's the first card you've played, so you don't get to do that 0 mana on your turn. You have to wait a whole turn before it comes back. So your opponent will get to do something. They'll probably play a kill spell or something to kill it. And if not, if it comes back to you, then you may get a free ultimate infestation out of it. Who knows? So that's kind of cool. It's got some abusability, but it's also pretty balanced in my opinion. The next card I want to look at is Empress. I looked at this card and I went, what? Why? Why is this card? Never mind. 10 mana, 8/8 Dragon. Hunter Legendary. Its battle cry is double health and attack of minions in your hand. This thing costs 10 mana. It's ridiculous. By the time you play this, you probably don't have any minions in your hand. So I don't really... I guess if you're going to do Yashiraj and Wild, but again, it's still just not that good. I would hope that somebody Dustfallen Aviana as me on turn 5 and I can slam this guy. But, I'm not even going to be playing it, so it's not going to matter. Moving on. I think that card's terrible, but moving on. We got Wing Blast. It's a 4 mana deal 4 damage spell for Hunter. Costs 1 if a minion has died this turn. I think this card's really good. I think it'd be really good in Arena for Hunter. I think, overall this card's pretty balanced and it's pretty good. It's pretty well costed. 4 mana for 4 damage, and so yeah. I like it. Cathedral Gargoyle is the next one we're going to look at. That's the Paladin. It's a Paladin card. It's a 2 mana 2/2. If you're holding a dragon, gain Taunt and Divine Shield. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, this is Shielded Minibot. No, it's not Shielded Minibot, because this is this is Cathedral Gargoyle. You have to have a stipulation to get the Divine Shield and the Taunt. It's still good. I think it'll see some arena play, but and some constructed play. It's not like broken or anything. So I know it'll be annoying to play against. It's not Righteous Protector, that's for sure. It's a little bit more upgraded. But the next one I'm looking at is Lady in White. When I saw this card, I was like, oh my gosh, this card is crazy. 6 mana 5/5 Battle Cry. Cast Inner Fire on all your minions. Okay. like in your deck. Okay, that's crazy, especially with some of the cards that we're gonna look at later. That seems insane. Like free interfires on everything. Yeah, that card's gonna be a constructed powerhouse. I'm telling you right now. Um, so moving on to the next one because that one's insane. Let's look at the other legendary for Priest because that's the Lady in White's a legendary for Priest. The other one is Chameleos. Now I did both the Priest ones because I think they're both interesting. I think Chameleos follows more along the flavor of Priest, where it's a 1 mana 1/1 where each turn it transforms into a card in your opponent's hand, which fits very well with what Priest does. It copies decks, it copies hands, it takes stuff from the deck. It's very flavorful. Now I'm interested to see the interaction on if it's when they have no cards and it's already transformed to something. Does it transform back to Chameleos? So does it stay that card? It's going to be interesting to see. For science, what happens. But let's move on to a rogue card here. It's called Cheap Shot. I kind of like this card because it gives you some good combo. Because it's a 2 mana, deal 2 damage to a minion, but it's also Echo. Now I know, what is it? Backstab is a better combo piece because it costs 0 mana, but this one allows you to do basically 10 damage to a minion in 1 turn if you need to. So if they play something big, you pretty much waste your whole turn to kill it all off, or you can like machine gun down multiple 2/2 targets. I think it's an interesting spell. I think it's a good spell, especially if like you land an Auctioneer and then the next turn you have like if you land an Auctioneer on like turn 7 and then the next turn you get to play with him on the field still. You get to draw 4 cards, deal 8 damage, and hit for face maybe with 4 for Auctioneer. So I think it has some good playability. I don't think it's broken. I think it's appropriately costed, and I think it'll be interesting to play with that card. Although I'm not a big rogue player, so. The next one I'm going to look at is Lord Godfrey. This is one of the Warlock legendaries. And I'm not really sold on this guy. A lot of people are like, this guy's so good and he's so playable. Yeah, he's probably playable, but he's not broken. I mean, he's a 7 mana 4/4, which that stat line already is kind of overpriced. 4/4 for 7 mana. I mean, his battle cry is good. It deals 2 damage to all other minions, and if the minion dies, you repeat the process, kind of like Defile. But I don't know that it's good, but it's not broken. Some people are saying it's broken. I don't think it's broken because now if it was doing like 2 damage to all characters and it was doing it to the opponent and killing the creature, that would be broken in my opinion. But I don't think it's that broken. It's going to be annoying to play against, no doubt. I mean, Defile's annoying to play against, but now people are going to have Defile and Lord Godfrey. I think you'd rather play Defiles over him. But, we'll see. We'll see how the meta shapes out. The next one I'll look at is Warpath. This is a Warrior Echo card. It's 2 mana spell. Echo, deal 1 damage to all minions. I mean, you have Whirlwind, you have Bloodrazor, and then, Ravaging Ghoul's going out. But I'm sure there's something else I'm missing. There's a lot of ways to deal 1 damage or multiple damage to things. So I don't really know that this card's going to be super playable. I think Control Warriors might play it as a one-of just for the time being. Because if you spend 10 mana, you only do 5 damage to all minions, and then you can kill your own minions. I mean, I guess it could be good with like Rotface. Is it Rotface? The one that if you deal 1 damage and it survives? I guess it could kind of be good with that one because then you can do multiple charges on Rotface. So I guess it could have some playability. We'll see. I'm not too big on it. So we're going to move on into some neutral cards. The first one we're going to look at is Muck Hunter. Now, a lot of people have been saying that this card is absolutely terrible. This card has no playability. I think it does, just in arenas. I don't really see it played in... I don't see it being played in constructed. It's a 5/8 for 5 mana with Rush Battlecry. Summon 2 2/1s for your opponent. They're little mucklings, I guess. But the thing is okay, you rush into a 2/1. Now you've got, a 5/6 that I guess you can start bashing face next turn, which isn't too bad. Or if you've already got board presence or you have a weapon, you can finish off the 2/1s. Or even if you're, warrior. You have 7 mana. Drop that dude, play a warpath or a whirlwind or whatever, and move on. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't think it's bad. I think it's meh. It's meh. Eh. You know. So moving on to Nightmare Amalgam, I think it's called. Yeah, I'm terrible at pronouncing names. Anyways, it's a 3 mana 3/4 that is all creature types. And I like this card because I was wondering if Hearthstone was ever going to do something like this. Magic did this with Mistform Ultimus, I think it's called, where it was all creature types. And this card really rounds out some decks to help them with the clauses, like you need a dragon or you need an elemental or you need a whatever creature type. And it's also, it could be a beast for hunter. It's all around good in my opinion, and I think it's appropriate costed, and it's a 3 mana 3/4. Like, that's pretty good stats for a 3 mana, especially when it's all creatures. It can get pumped by the Murloc War Leader. I mean, there's all kinds of different things that can help this card. So I think it's a really good card, and I think it's, in my opinion, if people aren't already talking about it, I think it's a sleeper card. I think you're gonna see this card in a lot of decks, and people aren't gonna be prepared to see that. So I think so far this is probably my overall favorite card of the set. So these next two cards I want to talk about go really well with Lady in White, and this is one of the reasons why when I saw Lady in White I lost it as far as probably being one of the most powerful cards in the set. Witchwood Grizzly is a 5 mana 3/12 taunt. Let that sink in, a 3/12. And if you play Lady in White, or even just inner fire it after it's come down, that's insane. That's a 12/12 taunter. Yeah, its battle cries lose 1 health for each card in your opponent's hand, but the most you'll ever lose is 10. And if you can control the board pretty well, and you're in priest and you can heal, there's no real problem with that. Most of the time, I think on average, you're probably going to lose 4 to 5 health with it. I think that's probably going to be the average. And to be honest, that is a fair trade for 5 mana 3/12. I think this is a really good card. I would almost say that this is probably the best rare printed so far. Yeah, I really like this card. I like the flavor to it. I like the setup. And it's going to be really annoying to play with. Yeah, okay, there's Silence, there's Siphon Soul, there's Deadly Shell. There's all kinds of things to kill it outright. But you can say that with every card that's out there. So, it's going to be an annoying card to play against. And it's gonna be good in my opinion. And then the last card I want to look at is Phantom Militia. There's another one of those ones that ties in well with Lady in White because it's a 3 mana 2/4 taunt with Echo. Now, I know with Echo, it's going to be interesting to see how Echo plays. I'm really curious to see how that goes. But if you think about it, turn 9, turn 10, you can get 3 of these guys out on the board. Now, if you've Lady in White, I believe that every time you Echo it, it becomes a 4/4. Because that's what the original card was when you played it. I could be wrong. We have to do some more for science to figure this out. But, I'm pretty sure with the rules of the game that it's 3 mana 4/4 taunters that come out, and that's pretty insane. I like it. I'm not too worried about the card being overpowered. I think it's appropriately costed. It's definitely going to be played a lot in Arena. I have that feeling, just because on turn 6 you can drop 2 of these, and there's lots of ways to power up your minions. So I like it. But the set overall, I'm still waiting to really get a good gauge on if I like the entire set as a whole. I was kind of like that with Knights of the Frozen Throne too, and I ended up loving that set. Like, it was a really fun set. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know, and then after I started playing with it, I started getting into it. It started growing on me. So I think Witchwood might have to do the same route. But I am going to be doing a pack opening stream. I'm going to have roughly about 100 packs or more. I already pre-ordered, and I have tons of gold that I'm going to dump into packs and stuff like that. And if Amazon has some good deals on their coins, maybe I'll buy some more and open them. But I know I'll have at least 100. So if you guys want to come by and watch me open some packs, we can try to guess to see what cards we're going to get, and we'll have some fun. And then be on the lookout, for MTG Arena when that launches. I guarantee you guys will have fun with that. You should download it and play it once that comes out. So that's what I got for today on Freestyle. If you guys want to talk about the cards we've reviewed or anything else, leave some comments below, share and like this video. And thanks for stopping by, guys. Hope you all have a good day, and God bless.